Okay, today is May 29th, 2026. The time is 11:14 p.m. HST, and let's get started with today's video. Alright, not quite sure where to start off today, but there was a kind of a campfire, lock-in, campfire 2026 video that I kind of wanted to talk about and get my thoughts out, and like kind of like talk about like what they've been pitching. So yeah, let's get started with that for now, and for the rest of the video, I think I will timestamp and attempt to get my thoughts out. So yeah, let's get started with that right away, and let's start with wyrmscraig, I guess, in order of the sequence of the video. Obviously, if you don't want to listen to all the the game related stuff, you can look for the timestamp, and I can give you like a rundown of what's been going on and what's been on my mind. But for now, I'll be talking about the game. Just wanted to talk about what's been going on with regards to like wyrmscraig. I mean, not wyrmscraig, but with like the updates that are coming up in the near future. Anyways, wyrmscraig. Wyrmscraig, I believe, is the island for basically a lot of content. It's required to have 62 sailing to enter, and there will be other requirements that have not yet been discussed, and yeah, so yeah, that's kind of like the background of like wyrmscraig and its requirements, and basically also, what's most notable to me, is a high level Slayer Master in wyrmscraig, which is like really super cool, and like it's gonna be like really nice to have like another endgame Slayer Master, and with new mechanics even to like learn about to play the game in a different way. And like apparently they're also pitching stuff like having more superior monsters, more Slayer XP, more Slayer points, and stuff like that, like perks in addition to like how Slayer is done in the game. So yeah. So so there's that. There's golem crafting. It's a new crafting method. It's going to be very click intensive from what I gather, and yeah, it's basically going to be another crafting method. I don't know how sustainable it will be. Like, I don't know if it'll be UIM friendly, etc. But like yeah, it's gonna be a little bit it's gonna be a little different, this crafting method, I think. So like I think it's gonna be located in a mine or something, and yeah, so there's that. And goat hunting is another hunter method that's gonna which I am obviously for. And if you're looking at what I'm looking at right now to talk about this stuff, it's basically the I'm looking at the polls. I said that weird. I'm looking at the polls right now, and I'm looking at the questions that are being pitched, the things that we can vote on in order to bring into the game, whether or not we, as a player base, are interested in bringing this content into the game. So That's what I'm reading off of, anyways. So the graveyard. This is kind of interesting to me. Agility. I was a fan of agility back in the day as a skill, and yeah, sort of interested as a skill, and it's actually one of the player base's like least liked skills, turns out. So but anyways, this Olaf quest extension is gonna be like pretty cool for long time players because this quest line has been around for a while. And let's see here. Let's see what other content we've got here. Let's see here. I'm gonna read this tab and I will look up some information on the thing. I'll be right back. Okay, I got the video pulled up as well as along with the poll that we have, and anyways, we have got the graveyard update, which is basically the Olaf quest extension, and okay, and also there's the bingo system. There's gonna be like integrated bingo, which is cool. That's cool, and PvP tutorial as well. That's cool. What else is there? Additional mobile integrations with like picture-in-picture like gameplay and stuff, which is actually amazing for like Android gamers. And like that's gonna be like such a huge selling point. I probably buy or like use my Android tablet even more now that this thing is being implemented, because they're talking about picture-in-picture features for mobile, and which is actually huge. And you can even use it on an Android phone, which is actually mind-boggling to me. And like the amount of unique features that they're adding to like Android, particularly for the US, not the US, the OSRS client, is actually kind of huge. So I'm really happy to hear about that picture-in-picture feature. It's going to be amazing, actually. PvP tutorial, yeah, like honestly, the PvP skill ceiling is like crazy. So like honestly, maybe a tutorial. I'm not a PKer, but like honestly, like a PvP tutorial would be nice for like people wanting to be interested in PvP. So like I think it'd be a welcome addition. What else is there? A Fractured Archive is another raid. It's a PVM focused raid, play versus monster content, and it's gonna be dope. I'm gonna probably send it a few times on. Hopefully, I'll be at that point on my group iron, and yeah, hopefully I can send it. But apart from like all this other stuff that has been discussed in the campfire video, we have servers coming up in other regions of the world. It's actually amazing. That's like life changing to some people. Like having this game being able to be played in other parts of the world, it's actually fucking real. It's like shit is gonna go down. Like honestly, like it's such a big deal to me and like other people. Okay, but I guess like more importantly, it's gonna be like important to like mention like where these worlds are gonna be located, and like basically these worlds are gonna be in South Africa, Japan, and Singapore. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Like honestly, like these are like I never knew that these servers were like like focus areas for like, you know, RuneScape. And like, you know, having these servers located in these particular locations will be huge. So yeah, it's it might change people's lives. So but anyways, as for other stuff that has been going on, I think I'm gonna timestamp it here at the 10-minute mark. Basically what else has been going on has um kind of been whatever for me. A lot of things that can't get put into words really, and a lot of self-reflection that has kind of been like, you know, been like a lot for people to fucking like want to figure out and stuff. And it's mostly stuff about me and my interpersonal relationships. I'm, as you may or may not know, I'm in the process of leaving my current job, and the process has not been particularly easy for me because like I had grown very fond of these people and my coworkers, and it was a very nice experience to be able to like be working with people that I actually liked, and it's hard to describe it in any further detail without hurting people and hurting my personal brand, if that makes any sense. So like regardless, I think moving on from this place is a much needed change for my life because of the avenues that I'm currently interested in pursuing at this given time. You know, like I'm looking for like more opportunities to like, I guess, move on from like my current setting. I want to like kind of like I want to like kind of like sorry. I want to move out. Point is, I haven't exactly lived outside of the nest since college. So you know, having that freedom again after college would be a really really nice change for me. So yeah, hopefully it happens soonish, but I do understand that this will probably require me to like you know, like I don't know, do things like going back to school, like attaining some credentials that can boost my resume, and articulating myself in a different manner, stuff like that. And like maintaining professionalism is going to be like so important to me because like I'm going to need to like, you know, hone in on myself and like absolutely just, you know, focus on my interpersonal relationships and keep it in work, keep it part of work, you know, and like whether or not I shouldn't keep it in work or like keep it out of work. But like I know, like for now, like in this given moment, what I need to um uh what's the word what's the word I'm trying to like think of a word that substitutes three words, but I'm trying to think of the word, like god damn it. I know what to like revoke and what to share, if that makes any sense. I think revoke is not the word, but like, you know, yeah. So like it's something like that. I know what to like rescind, perhaps. I don't know. But like, anyways, this is what I kind of want to do. Is like what I kind of want to do is like what I want to like, you know, like communicate to people and stuff. You know, so like, yeah. Anyways, I know what to communicate, I know what to not communicate, and going forward, I hope this will be like the demeanor in which I like kind of like present myself as. I don't know what I presented myself as before because I haven't watched my previous videos in a while, but like point is, this is kind of gonna be the new me going forward, or at least some variation thereof. So yeah. So yeah. I also do understand that my Instagram is also linked here, and it's a one-way from my Instagram to here, at least until my channel gets a little more popular. So yeah, so that's what's gonna happen. So like I need to maintain some kind of like professional demeanor, because like I do share my Instagram from time to time in public spaces. So yeah, so I need to like, you know, maintain a similar composure to which I like, you know, to which I present myself in those spaces, if that makes any sense. So yeah, it is what it is at that point, and I do appreciate, you know, you watching, if you are of course watching. So yeah, so yeah, anyways, here's the counter. That's about how much longer I have to go. I'm about halfway there. And ooh, looks like I got a fishing level on my other account on aerial fishing, so that's dope, I guess. I got 70 fishing. 70 fishing is huge because I get leaping sturgeon, which is cool. That is so cool. All right. Anyways, yeah, so that's 70 fishing. Let's see here. Let's see what Fridge is up to. I'll be right back with the fridge cam. Okay, there's the fridge cam, and yeah, she's chilling right now, actually. Yeah, so she's actually just chilling inside her little house over there. Yeah, it's a wooden house, and she's just chilling. That's it. Anyways, so back to the conversation, I suppose. I made her on YouTube. You could see that too over here-ish, around up here. If you go, if you move up the cursor over there, yeah, over here, where you can't see a cursor on that part of the screen. Whatever. But anyways, yeah, that's a cardboard tube I made for her to hide in. I kind of like made a new tube out of blah 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 cardboard. So yeah, she's enjoying that, and yeah, that's enough for the fridge cam for now. And what else have we got? Yeah, so I'm aerial fishing on. Anyways, I'm aerial fishing on my Blue Helm accounts, and yeah. Anyways, where did I leave off? I think I left off somewhere like shoot, goodness. Anyways, I guess I will continue runecrafting until I remember. Oh, right. I need to like compose myself in a way that is like somewhat makes sense. That makes sense to like the general public, I guess, because like I don't want to like make my composure compose myself in a way that is like contrary to like how I like to portray myself in real life, because like, you know, obviously like I have a life. Like I might seem like I'm chronically online, but like honestly that was a different time. I went through different points in my life in which I could play more RuneScape and get to the level where I'm at, and like those conditions had allowed me to do so, and like honestly, and getting to this point wasn't easy, because like I had to make a lot of sacrifices. I needed to do these things that required me to like shift my lifestyle. I lost many opportunities in the process, but like this is how it happened. And do I regret it? No, not at all. But like honestly, like if it were to me like it would be like it would be like chasing after something like I never like envisioned myself in particular, and like having a blurred image, having like not in having an incomplete product. It's like having an incomplete business model or having an incomplete like product or something. Like I'm not sure. I'm not sure though, but yeah. There's Fridge. She's looking directly at the camera. Look at her. She's so cute. Yeah, she's so cute. Anyways, we'll keep rune crafting. We keep going. Alright, sorry about that. I had to, my camera froze, so I did fix it really quick. Fix my camera. Yeah, unfortunately, my camera will, like, go into sleep mode every 25 minutes, so, I need to just be mindful of that. And reset my camera, or, like, press a button to, like, reset the sleep timer and stuff. So, yeah. So yeah, that's why I took a brief pause and returned to where I'm at here. So yeah. Anyways, I got off on a call with the close family member. She's my family member. I was about to say what exactly, but like I don't feel comfortable with like sharing. Anyways, got off on a call with a family member and did some catching up, and yeah, it was good. It was good. We both discussed how our lives have been, how our lives have been, and how like we've been like doing our day-to-day, carrying ourselves in our day-to-day lives, and yeah, it was good. It was a good productive call, I think, because like it was it'd been almost a month since we last spoke, and we usually spoke more often than that, so like getting to catch up with her was very nice, and yeah, it's just very nice to like be able to catch up with her. As for other stuff that have been going on, let's see here. I've been looking for a job. Unfortunately, yes, it has been one of those seasons where I am just unable to find work for whatever reason, and yeah, that's just been how my life has been. That's just how my life has been lately, and like goodness, like, is it hard to admit that it's hard to find a job at this current time? Yeah, absolutely. For me personally, because I didn't really see myself as the kind of person that would normally have trouble finding jobs, but like, gee, this time for me is very like unique in that like I no longer feel confident in my ability to work in like some certain industries, right? Because like I can't work full time as a line cook nowadays, and that kind of bothers me. And like I can't do it because like I just simply don't have like the energy to be able to like commit myself to working long hours in a job that like that is physically demanding. And granted, like, you know, like it's just very like it's just tough. Like it's tough work. It's not easy at all. But like honestly, like um, but like maybe that's just why. It's just because it's just tough. But I don't know though. I don't know. In my mind, I think I should be able to take it, but like you know, like juggling YouTube as well as like other things just wasn't it because like it was more than that, to be honest. It was more than just being like able to like um it was more than being able to just like it was less being able to do the job and more so about being able to like handle the relationships, the people, the coworkers that I had over there, and like you know, it just wasn't it at times, and yeah, like honestly, it didn't feel like work to me, if that makes any sense. It didn't feel like work. It felt like I mean, it felt like work in the sense that I feel like I had to like you know pay close, very close attention to the people I was working with, and feeling misunderstood and not exactly heard over there also kind of like contributed to like my disdain for working there and my ultimate like leaving of that place. So ultimately like it doesn't have much to do with like how the people were in particular, but more so it had to do with people that uh people's needs I couldn't fulfill or meet. So yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's unfortunate, but like I got what I needed for the most part. And it was like more like tangible than anything than in something intangible, which is unfortunate to say because like sure, like I gained skills that were clearly like malleable, like 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 cooking. I don't know, cooking it gave me confidence to cook. And it gave me confidence in like what I can like make and stuff. And like I don't know, but like, you know, it was a tough job regardless, but like the interpersonal relationships that I make over there didn't feel very fulfilling to me. So I don't know. I don't know. Regardless, it challenged me in ways that I wasn't challenged as much before. The problem areas in which I had been faced with lay heavily on like you know like challenging management and authority. That's what I kind of had learned over there, and like in the face of bad leadership, I kind of like learned to like excuse me. Sorry for that. The fridge cam kind of like reset. Um, so like obviously like I kind of like needed to take like a little bit of a step back from like actively like checking in with people, cuz like I can't do that. I need to focus on something productive, and like if I'm working with people who can't handle their own lives, it just makes me too stressed out. And like you know like I want to at least deal with people who have a grasp with their lives and stuff, not people like it's hard to explain. You need to have been there, but like I'm not down talking them at all at the same time, because like honestly I would never be able to get to this point in conversation with them at all at any point of our time while working, because this is the kind of talks that I want to have honestly, the ones I have on YouTube. But like, I don't know if I'll get it ever again, to be honest, because I might just be past that point in my life, and like these conversations just never surface, because like I don't know when I'd ever have the opportunity to be able to talk so openly like this, ever, and like, for my well-being, for someone else to also follow these shoes, to like, follow my footsteps, to like go through that shit, is just like mind-boggling to me, because like I don't know when or if I'll ever have a say in any part of the conversation at all. So yeah, that's kind of my ramble there, and like, it's very disappointing for me to like be able to like finally put this into words only like a year after, in which I probably had wanted to say it. But yeah, 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 it is what it is at the end of the day. And there's the fridge cam again. And yeah, I do hope that one of these days there she goes again. Like, it's just me talking about my crush again over at work. I was told specifically not to fall in love with anybody over there because it's against work policy. But I felt the need to challenge that. But like, honestly, like, I can't be bothered to like, have to deal with workplace drama like that ever again. I want to be more mission driven, if that makes any sense. I want to be driven with purpose. I want to be driven with something like perhaps intangible. I don't know. But like, I just want to like speak my mind. I wanted to speak my mind today on things that have been bothering me with that particular space at this particular workplace, and I wanted to formally part ways from it, so I can give myself a little bit of closure, and like, not feel like I wanted to like not feel like wanting to sue people all the time while there, because like the protections just aren't there. I'm not used to the having such low legal protection bandwidth, or legal like protection. Like, I don't fucking know. It's hard to describe, because like normally I'm used to having a little more I'm used to being like a little more professional with regards to like with like how like it was definitely challenging in ways like in which I like did not anticipate walking in. So yeah. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, I was given many an impression throughout my time of being there, and yeah, those guys, I'll remember them for a long time, because they're good people, and yeah, they're good people. So yeah, they're good people. So I want to part with them fondly, if at all possible, and continue my life journey, I guess. So yeah. So yeah, quite literally, like, moving on is not easy for me normally. I hardly find myself being able to move on properly, but like, like, life goes in cycles. What else can I say? And like, I have no morsel. I have nothing but morsels to like say, because like I'm hardly like into like living life, actually. I'm hardly into the game. Like, there will be avenues in which I will never cross past I'll never like be able to understand. And like honestly, I think it's the subtleties in life that kind of like I need to focus on a little more. So like with that in mind, let's end the video and leave it at that. So anyways, the time is 11:50 p.m. HST, and I hope you all have a nice rest of your day.